Hey everybody, so today we're going to do a standing ab workout. I'm going to use a dumbbell. If you want to, you don't have to use a dumbbell, but it adds to have a little bit of extra resistance and being able to sculpt those muscles, the abdominals, a lot more. So we're going to work a lot of obliques today, which is basically the corset. Whenever it comes to drawing in that waistline, we want it to be nice and strong as well. Go ahead and start your workout. I like to always use either circuit training setting or high intensity interval. This isn't going to be super high intensity, but I am going to warm you up before we get started. So what we're going to do is we're going to go arms out like this, and you're going to go alternating that forward leg, getting those hamstrings nice and stretched. Stay nice and tall, also using your abs as you're tapping your knees, alternating sides. Just stay nice and tall. You don't want to round out and reach forward in order to tap your leg there. You can move around a little bit too, that's okay. I'm just rotating, facing you now. And you're gonna release. We're gonna open up those arms. I want you to start with your hands in front and tap your heel. Alternate, kick that heel towards your booty. Alternating sides. Focus on your breathing here. Such a gorgeous day. I love to come outside and work out, get a little bit of extra sweat on. One more. And release. So you can either march in place, get those arms swinging back and forth, or you can take it to a jog. Either one is good. You're going to land lightly on your feet, no matter if you're marching or jogging. Even if you're in an apartment, just make sure you're landing lightly on those feet. We don't ever want to plop those feet down or slam those feet down on the floor. You want it nice and controlled. Nice chin retraction here. You're going to hear me say that. It's gliding that chin straight back, activating those front neck muscles, lengthening from the back side of the neck. It's a little like a little pull of the crown of the head, lengthening and getting that posture. It helps to get those abs activated, as well as get your spine and pelvis in a neutral position. I want to think about that posture when we're doing these exercises today. And we're going to release here. I want you to go into a side step jack. Step it in and bring it to center. So this is a great modification for jumping jacks. Low impact on the joints, but getting those arms overhead still gets your heart rate up. Stepping it out to the side. If you want to, you can definitely take it up to a full jack. Again, landing lightly on those feet, or you can just stay with that low impact. I like to do these. I feel like it still gets my heart rate up really well. And release here. We're going to go ahead and grab that one dumbbell. Now, we're going to go overhead with it, but if at any time you feel like you need to come down to the shoulder height, you can, and release it. Hold up overhead, nice and tall. Chin retraction here. We don't want to be down like this with that bad posture and tummy coming out. You're just going to bring that knee up and tap it down. Working, same arm, same leg, same side of the body. Feeling those abs contract. Again, if you need to bring that weight down and just hold that elbow in front, bring the knee towards the elbow, that's fine too. Drop down to a lighter weight if you feel like it's too much with your neck. And we're gonna bring it down. Now, that was my left side. If you were doing your right side, just notate that, okay? And we're gonna bend those knees down, pelvic tilt, so the pubic bone turns up towards the chest. Hold that. It feels like a little low back stretch whenever you're in that position. And you're gonna twist toward your left. Little twist, working our obliques. Lower abs as well are getting worked anytime we do that pelvic tilt. Just coming back to center, turning it to the left, just going to the outside of the hip here. And release here. Now, I want you to hold that weight in your left hand. We're gonna glide down that left side, oblique stretch on the right, bringing it up, curl, then press. Then the hand without the weight, we're going over to the side and back up and down. Side dip, curl, press to the other side, stretch. Notice with this, you just want your hand gliding down your leg, keeping it straight, and you're not rounding to the front or rounding to the back. Side dips, two different ways, alternating sides here. Whenever we swap, we're gonna do it the other way. Nice exhale as we come back up, and then control it with an exhale as you reach overhead. One more, overhead, and drop it down. So we're gonna hold that weight here, and left leg is gonna come up and tap it down across that right leg, and then back and tap it to the side. Little half circles, using your abs to bring that knee up. Focus on that breath work. Nice deep inhales through the nose, going down into the rib cage and the belly. Nice exhale. Holding that weight right just in front of your chest, bringing that knee up, controlling. One more, tap it to the side, across and back down. Starting from the left side of the hip, going up to the right, so we have a slight bend in a squat stance. We're gonna inhale. I want you to exhale, take it up to the right side of your head, and then we take it back down, nice and controlled twist. Exhale as you take it up. Little bend as you take it down into that squat. Straighten those legs as you come back up. We're controlling this with your obliques. One more time, down towards that hip. Now we're gonna do dumbbell passes. I want you to go to the left. Squat down, pass that dumbbell around your waist. Now, how does this work your abs? Your abs are working by helping to stabilize you so you're not swinging your body as you're taking that weight around your waist. Trying to stabilize, just like if you're standing on one leg, that one leg is stabilizing you, trying to hold your balance. Your core is activating and working here as you're trying to take that weight around your waist. One more pass. All right, release. Feel free to grab a sip of water. I'm gonna have you set the weight down. You can grab a sip of water. I'm just gonna march in place here. So when you're ready, you can join me. These short workouts, it's great if you just take really tiny breaks, because we usually do 25-30 minutes, no more. If you can get yourself conditioned to being used to not having to take long breaks, that's great, but definitely listen to your body. If you need it and you need to pause, we're gonna go into a jog, but if you need to stay in a march, please do. Definitely, if you need to pause it, take a little bit of a longer break, you can. We want this workout to be good for every fitness level. Remember that chin retraction. We want to remember that posture. Stay nice and tall, activating the core whenever we're doing all forms of exercise. And release. So I'm gonna grab that dumbbell. Now in the beginning, if you had your right side up, you're gonna go to your left side and do your left side here. All right, so hold it nice and tall. Only that arm and leg on the same side. Arm is overhead, knee pulls up, one side march. This stationary leg is helping to stabilize you, working those muscles even though we're standing still on that side. If your neck starts to give you trouble or bothers you at all, feel free to drop that weight down. You're still working your abs here. It's just this is more advanced, holding overhead. Or if you need a lighter weight, you can do that. One more knee up and release. Okay, so we're gonna go down into a little squat, then a pelvic tilt here. You're twisting to the right this time and going back to center. Working obliques, that turning motion. Your obliques are working. Your lower abs are activating, helping you to stay in that pelvic tilt position. Pelvic tilt is important in that aspect of getting the lower abs to work, which is why so many of us have issues with a lower belly pooch, because we're not using our lower abs as much. So anything we can do to help that is great. Don't forget that breath, nice deep inhale. One more twist and release. Right side, you're gonna, take it down first, down that leg, dip, then curl, press overhead, take it to the opposite side, bring that weight down, dip down the right, take it overhead and dip down the left. Back. Each side just a little bit different. Try to glide that hand down your side. Focus that breath. When you're going overhead, don't go too far if you feel like you're straining to get it back up. So just a little bend is all you need to work those obliques. You're surely to feel this in a day or two. Maybe when you reach overhead or turn to do something, you're like, oh, my obliques are sore. I can feel that. We're gonna go one more overhead. All right, now we're gonna hold it in front of the chest. We're gonna do those half circles. So this is the right leg, knee up, cross that left leg and tap, and then bring it to the side. Focus on that breathing here, nice and tall, chin retraction. A little sneaky balance work going as well as we're standing on one leg, tapping the foot down and crossing. Whoop. And I almost lost it. Two more. Last one. All right, march it out, step it side to side. Now we're gonna go into those wood chops. We start out with the weight at the right side of the hip, low down, little squat position. You're gonna exhale and twist up towards the left ear. And lower down into that squat as you rotate to the outside, right side of the hip. You want to add in a little bit of extra activity today. Go for a nice walk. Get some intervals in as you're picking up the pace to where you can maybe say a couple of sentences and you're really breathing heavy, and then slow it down for about a minute or two where you can breathe a little bit easier and catch your breath. Go out for like a 20-minute, 30-minute walk. Walking has been shown to be really, really great for flattening the stomach, lowers your cortisol levels, so it's a great addition to strength training. All right, we're gonna come down and release. We're gonna go into those dumbbell passes, but we're gonna go around to the right, so a little squat in those knees there, butt goes back a little bit, and we're gonna pass it around, trying to keep the body nice and still. You don't want a lot of swinging going on like this, side to side. So nice and still. Add in that pelvic tilt here. Passing it around. This also is working your shoulders, passing around your body. Nice and tall. Catch myself starting to look down, so I got to remind myself to have that nice tall posture. And last pass. Go ahead and lower down. Feel free to grab yourself a sip of water. Nice, good workout here. We're going to finish it up with a little bit of cardio, but then we're going to cool down, okay? So a little side step here. You can take and add a tiny bit of a hop, side to side. Nice and controlled, landing lightly. Remember, you want light feet touching the floor. You really shouldn't be able to hear your feet hardly at all whenever you land. You can always just step side to side, no hop. Adding in that arm movement. All right, step that left leg back. Pelvic tilt, bend that right knee, lean into it. Take your left arm up overhead. Whoop. Get your balance if you need to. And stretch. Reach straight over to the side. Nice, good oblique stretch. QLs back here as well. Hip flexors. And we're gonna release, step it forward, swap to the right. Pelvic tilt, bend that left leg, right arm reaches over. You're gonna release, step forward. I want you to place your hands on your knees. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take a nice deep breath in. I want you to arch your back, push your back and purposely round here, getting a nice good stretch in the spine. And then release, let that tummy come forward and roll into a neutral position. Nice deep breath in and press and round that spine again. And release and come down. And then I want you to bend forward. Let your hands go down to your legs or your feet, wherever you comfortably are able to go. Let your arms hang, let your head relax. Breathe into your belly, breathe into your back as it's stretched in that position. As you inhale, you can feel your rib cage expand and stretching. And then we're gonna walk our hands up our legs and come on up. You guys did an amazing job today. I can't wait to hear what you think about this workout, doing just standing abs and not having to get down on the floor and do crunches or sit-ups. We're working our abs in a way that we would on a daily basis, more functional movement. Let me know if you have any questions.